Hey friends, it's Ruben with HIFIMIDI. Thanks for joining me for this live stream, this unannounced live stream. As promised, I finished the latest acoustic MIDI pack, acoustic guitar MIDI pack. And this one is different from my last ones because it's not just for ample sound guitar. This one is more universal. So I want to go through the files that I created. And let me say that this was a headache. The biggest headache this gave me was the fact that it's, I had to sort through a bunch of Roman numerals. So I'm going to zoom in right here where you can see all the files. Actually, let me move this really quickly. So these at the bottom, you see this green, yellow, and gray. These are the MIDI files, and they're numbered 1 through. It was supposed to be 1 through 50, but I only put 49 chord progressions. So what it is, it's a pack of 49 chord progressions. It was supposed to be 50, but I accidentally repeated one. It was really hard thinking of new ones. But among those 50 chord progressions are 3 different playing styles. And the first one is Travis picking, or actually I should say the first one is Arpeggio, and then Travis picking, and then boom chick. So I'm going to go through them. They're in the key of C. However, these can be transposed very easily, and they're designed to work with any acoustic guitar library that you have. Now, they are going to require some adjustments depending on the guitar that you have, because every virtual guitar operates or behaves differently. But I'm going to show you how it works. So here is the arpeggio as an example. And if I zoom in, I don't think it's going to show me the letters zooming in. It's kind of hard to see. But this says arpeggio, C, and then the chord progression is 1, 4, 5, 1. So that's very basic. It's like a C, F, G, and C. So I'm going to play that for you real quick. This is 1, 4, 6, 5. The next one is 1, 4, 5. I'm not going to play all of these, but I'm going to show you how it gets. It's I put the very common ones at the beginning, and then they start getting a little less common, a little more interesting. So right now, this one is playing on the ample sound guitar. So I have it pointed to it. But I'm going to switch it to Rosette Fingerstyle. Just so we can hear how it sounds with different guitars. Now, this is going to behave differently. So let me open up this arpeggio, and then I'm going to point it toward the Rosette Fingerstyle. This one's a bit longer. All right, I'm going to point it to the next one, which is MG Soft Acoustic. Sorry, this is Picked Acoustic. And in this case, Picked Acoustic is an octave lower, I believe, so you have to set the notes an octave higher. This is where you're going to have to do some work. It's not a big deal. So in this case, I'm going to highlight the notes, select them all, and I'm going to shift them up an octave. Now I'm going to point this to picked acoustic. By the way, if you're out there, just leave a comment below to say hello and where you're coming from. That one sounds beautiful to me. Now I'm going to do another one. I'm going to go ahead and undo this. And then I'm going to point it toward MG Soft Acoustic so you can hear what that sounds like. Now you can increase the tempo on these. It's going to follow the tempo, of course, because it's MIDI. This is meant to give you some inspiration when you're writing your songs. You know, these are common chord progressions. Oh, okay, that's different right there. Now we're gonna do, let's see, we're gonna use OTS and listen to how that sounds. So I'm gonna point this. Okay, I just realized something, and I may have to fix this. Oh yeah, okay. So I'm gonna have to fix this in the. I've already uploaded this to my website, but there may be an issue, small little issue. I'm gonna tell you what that is right now, but first, let me play the arpeggio through OTS. So these are all major chords right now, and then later on when it gets to about number 37, it's going to switch to minor chord. Right here it starts on the 2. And I'm going to go ahead and fast forward. Here is where the minor chords start, the minor progressions. I'm sorry, 37 or 38. The 7. to 6, 4, sorry, 7, 4, 5, 1, 5, 7, 4, 6 to 3, 7, 1 to 6 to 5, and then 5, 6 to 7, and ending on 1. Okay, so when I was testing this out in Logic, I was able to access some MIDI files very easily, because if you put it in a folder on your desktop or something, or in a documents folder, you could access those MIDI files in your DAW and then just drag them onto your track very easily. However, some of them were not playing right away, and I just realized why. So the way I exported it was like this. So I have my folder right here, and then so I have Fingerstyle, then Arpeggio, Boom Chick, Travis picking, and then I have C major and C minor. So you get all these MIDI files right here, 147 in total. And some of them were playing right away, but others I had to change the MIDI channel, and I thought, why did I have to do that? And it's because when I created 3 MIDI tracks here, it automatically separated them to channel 1, 2, and 3. So if you drag this onto your track and it's channel 2, it may not play, so you have to set it back to channel 1. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to re-upload this on my website. You can still purchase it, but I'm going to re-upload it and then email everyone who purchased it the corrected copy. But I'm glad that I now know what happened with that. All right, let's listen to Travis picking. This is going to be this is going to alternate between the root and the fifth with the chord notes or the inner notes in between. All right, so this is going to start with, I'll point this to the ample sound guitar. All right, I'm going to slow this down to 100 and get that 60 note shaker in there. So this is following the same chord progression. It's gonna have the same chord progression numbers, like 1, 4, 5, 4, whatever it is. But it's gonna start with the technique or the playing style. TP is standing for Travis picking, and ARP for arpeggio, and BC for boom chuck or boom chick. Okay, that sounds good. Let me check. That was OTS Evolution, I think. No. Ample sound. Let's do Rosette Fingerstyle. Listen to how that sounds. Why isn't this playing? Oh, because I have it muted. I've noticed that Rosette Fingerstyle is a little finicky when it comes to this, so I'm gonna choose keyboard mode. There you go. I'll take down some of that reverb. Sounds better. All right, let's point that to something else. I'm gonna choose MG Soft Acoustic. All right, let's go to the next one. OTS Evolution. I think that's one of the better sounding ones right there. All right, so let's skip ahead and then go to the Boom Chick. Now, as stated in my previous video, this one is a little more tricky because every guitar sample library has the same range, pretty much the same range for the guitars. So they usually start on E1. However, the string tap, or like the little tap sound when you cut off the notes, might be on a different note, might be assigned to a different note. So let's listen to the ample sound one first. What I recommend doing is finding where that tapping sound is and programming it on to beats 2 and 4. So it's going to sound like this. Let me mute this little performance down here so you can just hear that hit sound. So you're going to need that sound on whatever guitar sample library you're using. It might not cut off the notes, but at least have that sound, and it's going to give you the full effect. So let's go ahead and hear this. Hi Samuel, thanks for joining. Let's skip to the minor progressions. That's going to be on 38. All right, that's enough of ample sound. Let's listen to Rosette. All right, remember this is my least favorite out of the bunch. And this one doesn't have that tapping sound that I want either, which is unfortunate. That one doesn't sound bad on there. let's go on to MG Soft Acoustic. MG Soft Acoustic is one of my favorites. So beautiful. Has this really unique tone to it. It's very smooth, I would say. Not harsh on the ears at all. All right, let's go on to OTS Songwriter. Orange Tree Samples Evolution Songwriter. It's a mouthful. Here it is. This one sounds good as well. This is one of the more natural sounding ones, and this one actually comes with the little chick sound, or somewhere over here. Let's listen to that. Unfortunately, none of them cut off the note. I wish they did. Okay, so you can adjust the tempo, you can adjust the pitch. I was going to make MIDI files for every single key, but that would have been a headache for as far as typing them out. So I'm going to just show you right now how you can quickly edit the key. So this is in the key of C. If you want to change it to the key of D, all you have to do is transpose it up one whole tone. Let's try that again, but go up another whole tone. And then let's go up to G. Now, of course, guitar is more than just transposing positions, right? So if you get to a certain point and you think it sounds too high, then this is where you're going to have to do some work and adjust the notes on the bottom, or the notes that are falling outside the range that you want. So, for example, so maybe it would be better to shift this down an octave. So it's that easy. This was in the key of C. It has a certain range, a certain tolerance of where it sounds good and where you have to start adjusting the octave of the note. So this is available right now on my website. As I said it earlier, I'm going to correct the MIDI channel that it was automatically set to. So if it's not playing in your DAW, oh yeah, one more thing. So at least in Cubase, this is the way you access it. You could have it anywhere on your computer. You could have it on an external drive. It doesn't matter. Every DAW should have the ability to access third-party MIDI files. So in this case, I'm going to choose this right zone and go to Media. Go to Loops and Samples, I believe. No, I'm sorry. Let me do that again. That is File Browser. And then here on my desktop, I have my HIFIMIDI Songwriter Fingerstyle Acoustic. I'm going to double click that. Double click again, and then I'm going to choose my technique. So Arpeggio, Boom Chick, or Travis picking. I want to do the boom chick. Choose between C major or C minor. I'll do C minor, and then it shows me the MIDI files right here. So BC, which is boom chick, key of C, and then the progression. So it shows like a 1, 4, 7, 3. Let me double click on that, or click on it, and then I can play it. And that's assigned to Rosette, so I'm going to change that actually. Plugins. I want to hear it with OTS. And if I like it, I could just drag it onto my DAW. So it's very easy to do, and I'm gonna leave this video up to give you instructions just in case you purchase it and you wanna know how to access those files. It's very simple. Anyway, friends, thanks for joining me for this quick live stream. I just wanted to announce that was on my website. It's going to be the first thing, and I also have all my MIDI files bundled up because I know some of you who are buying the MIDI files were buying them separately, and it's a little annoying doing that, refreshing the page. So I have it all together as well. So thanks very much for joining me for this live stream, and I'll see you. Can you use this ample sound semi-hollow? Yes, you can. It is designed for acoustic fingerstyle, but I can show you what it sounds like with that real quick before I go. So I'll go ahead and point this. Actually, let me drag this here. And then let me point this to semi-hollow. Let me try that with a different amp. I'm going to do a third party, one that I really love. I've actually never tried this preset with this guitar, so this is good. I think I like how it sounds with this guitar. By the way, if you're using the Apple Sound guitar, and if it feels a little bit off time, just make sure that you have your delay compensation set to -35. Unless in here it's already set to 35, so it shouldn't be an issue. And let me go to the minor chords again. All right, I'm not following the chords that well. But anyway, you can see that this is actually versatile, and as long as it's a fingerstyle technique, I recommend this. It's good for even electric guitars. However, you have to be careful with the electric guitars because you have to be careful with the amp that you use. If you're using a high gain amp or an amp with a lot of harmonic breakup, it's not going to sound as good. But that's why I recommend this for acoustic guitars. Not so much the pick sound either, because with Travis picking, you can use picks, but you'd have to have one on every finger. But it's mostly done with just the bare finger. And then the boom chick is done with the bare fingers as well. Well, friends, thanks for watching this live stream, and please hit that like if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment telling me what you think about this. Like I said, once again, I'm going to fix the whole channel thing just in case you did buy it and it's not working for you. I'll have that up right away. And subscribe to my channel if you're new here, and hit that notification bell so that you can know exactly when I'm going live or when I have a new video. So thanks for watching, and take care.